Welcome to Strength in Gaming. I'm Samson Lancaster, and today I am joined with Cat Salvador Madrigal.
It's Sir.
And Sublyminality, aka Subly, is with us again today. So we have some news for you. Quite a bit of stuff releasing on VR upcoming, and some other things going on. But first, what have you been playing lately there, Sal?
Let's see. I've still been playing Lost Ark. Like
that,
I think I have like a 1,200 hours.
If we play anything with you, as soon as we stop, I see the little tab Steam thing pop up and say Sal's playing. You're just constantly playing it. I'm always getting notifications that you're playing Lost Ark on Steam, like all the time.
I got my dailies to do. I got to beat the jungle worm.
That's an old callback. That's a really old callback.
And then I started playing competitive fighting games.
Competitive fighting games? That's new. Like
old school fighting games.
Old school, like Street Fighter, King of Fighters, and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm playing King of Fighters.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Chaos. I've been playing Third Strike, Street Fighter Third Strike.
Killer Instinct.
That definitely 1 and 2. Dude, fucking people playing that are noobs, dude. I was swiping their fucking face.
Is that old? Is that why you got that controller?
Well, I've had that one for fucking 10 years or more. That shit's indestructible, dude. It's guaranteed for life.
It's like a USB arcade controller.
Well, it's a serial arcade controller. It's meant for you to build your own cabinet, like a little arcade cabinet.
But you just plug it into your computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's pretty awesome.
Breaking face on those. That's what I've been playing.
What about you, Subly?
I've been playing Midnight Ghost Hunt lately. It's a kind of newish game. It came out publicly like a week or so ago.
Sal called it Jump Simulator, and I was confused.
They need to do something with the Ghost Hunters jumping. Just I saw
it needs a lot of balancing done like in general.
The ghosts
on
are way disadvantaged.
Well, it depends on like which. If you make it to midnight, then like the hunters are pretty much screwed. Mm-hmm. But before, like so for those that are unaware, Midnight Ghost Hunt is a prop hunt game, but it's in the style of like kind of like Dead by Daylight, where you have like the hunters and ghosts. The ghosts are trying to hide inside the props.
Prop hunt mean exactly?
You're hunting props.
Well, the prop hunt game, you pick a killer, and everybody else can like turn into a little vase and then hide.
Yeah,
and play
so like
inside,
the ghosts like possess
okay.
like a lemonade pitcher or a statue or
you made it sound
a trash
like
can.
It's a normal genre of game that I've never played before, so I was very confused.
Prop hunt's been out for a while. So
from where? I don't even
because you're not in the know doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
What is it? What the fuck is it? I don't know what it is. It's like the new Pokemons, Jesus.
But you can play,
Grandpa.
You kind of like you set a team, or you join like a random team, and you start out as either the ghosts or the hunters, and then at the end of the match, you switch on the same map, being ghosts and hunters. And so, the objective as a hunter is obviously to find and re-kill all the ghosts before midnight strikes, which in game that's 5 minutes. And you have a little timer on the top of your little window that shows you, how much longer you have. And as the ghost, you try to either take out the hunter, or just survive until midnight. And then if you're still alive at midnight, then you get to attack the hunters and like enact your revenge for them trying to hunt you. And the hunters win if they kill all the ghosts before midnight, and the ghosts win if they kill all the hunters either before or after midnight. It was like fun the first day that we played it, and the second day it was like half fun.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah, diminishing returns. It needs a lot of balance work across the board.
Yeah, it sounds like it just becomes after midnight, the ghost just insta win.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, prior to that though, the ghosts, you have poltergeist abilities where you can
throw shit,
haunt objects, and then chuck them at the dudes. But all the hunters, just if they see you, you're fucked, dude. Yep. And then if you're trying to get them, all they're doing is just jumping and shooting, dude, the whole fucking match.
Right. There's also like no penalty for the hunters being wrong in like trying to find you. So they don't necessarily have to use any of the tools that you can bring with you, like a radar or like the Pathfinder, stuff like that, to try to figure out where the ghost is, because you could just infinitely shoot everything. Like
that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, there's no like limit on ammo. It's just like unlimited ammo. There's no penalty for hitting a wrong object. In fact, like if you hit it enough, it breaks, and then now the ghosts have one less place to possess or whatever.
Just smash everything until they can't.
Yeah. You can just go into a room and like one of my team members was just going into every room and chucking C4 and blowing everything up and seeing if they got anybody. And occasionally you would.
That definitely sounds like extremely unbalanced.
You have unlimited amounts of that stuff. So
it should at least be limited. It sounds like that could be a first thing that they could do is
and
ammo.
Because the matches are so short too, it's 10 minutes per game.
Yeah, 5.
Right? It's unnecessary for them to have that much ammo, and
it's unnecessary to have that much ammo. But then also like there's not enough maps for only having like 10-minute games. Like there's only 5 maps. It's like, I understand this is kind of like a newish game. It was in alpha for a while, and then beta for a while. But the problems have made it to where it's like, I don't think we're going to play it again for a while. After a week of playing it.
Like it would be fun after that.
Yeah. It was really fun the first day. Like we had so much fun just like doing shenanigans with possessing a treasure chest and then like chomping the hunters as they walk by.
Mimic.
Yeah. Or possessing a skeleton and just beating the shit out of people. And it's like that was fun, but
that's not like in the way of the actual gameplay. That's just like you guys fucking around.
So it was fun for a couple of days, and then we're kind of
hopefully they'll add something or fix something.
I hope so too. Like
this sounds like a good concept.
It has potential to do really well. And especially it does have like private matchmaking too, so you can have your entire custom lobby if you want to. I think it's like up to 12 people. This like it has a lot of potential to be a really good and fun game. It needs some rebalancing for sure.
Hunt needs those private matches. I'd love to just be friends.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching that.
I'd love to just be friends.
That
was like this, the way you said that was like sounded very sad. I'd love to just be friends.
But I was watching. I think his name is Ibsen. He's a Phasmo. Insim. I was watching him play, and he was playing as the ghost, and it was like he was getting just destroyed. And he goes, "Wow, this game is very balanced."
Yeah. It needs some balancing work on both sides too. I mean, like after midnight. I mean, like I guess that's kind of the point of like after midnight. You reach your full potential as a ghost, and you can like kill him. But like it's kind of like if you hit the hunter as like in your prop, whatever your prop is, you could be just like a tiny little flower pot, or you could be like this gigantic couch and just like ram yourself into the hunter. It's a one-hit kill. Like that kind of seems a little off balance too.
Maybe there's something too that where like the ghosts can speed up time or the hunters can slow it down or something.
There's just a lot of things that they could work out. But I sincerely hope that they do balance it out and add some more maps and everything. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, it was it's like 4v4, right? And bigger.
Normally it's 4v4, yes, but you can make your own custom lobby if you want to, and have it be 6v6 if you want.
I could see you can play hazing games where it's like 4 ghosts on one dude. That'd be fun. It's like classic Perfect Dark and
yeah, I think that was 3v1.
Golden Eye.
Four split screen, but yeah, I could see something like that.
Yeah, it looks like it has potential, but as it was, I was like, oh, if you're the hunters, it's kind of like a GG.
Yeah, and it's visually very nice too. Like the graphics are incredible on it, and it runs really well too. You don't need like a super high tech system to have it play well.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else do we got on the news.
I've been playing Sekiro still. About at the end.
Oh, we're
of
still
it,
talking about.
We're talking about that. Yeah.
I'm on the last boss, but now I'm just going and cleaning up stuff. But mostly I wanted to do a quick shout out to Unraveled 2. I know it came out like 20 years ago or something, and I'm sure Eddie was the one that mentioned it. But it's a really fun couch co-op game on, I think it was PlayStation 4. I don't know, but it's on PlayStation 5 now, or you can get it on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I think it was a PlayStation game.
Oh, me and Yvette played it on Origins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's a fun little. I think we're pretty close to the end of it. But it's a fun like platformer puzzler. It has a good dynamic for like. It reminded me of like Ibn Ab, where you really need to cooperate, in order to complete levels. Especially like. Just I think one of the biggest ones we had was this really scary place with lava and stuff, and this the one where you have to get the little light, the little star, whatever it is in the level, because you have to collect them. You have to hang yourself down, press the button to make this like heat rack go up. Then your partner comes down, and then you have to jump up, and then you have to hold on the side, and then jump all the way down through all these different heat things that'll burn you instantly, and then grab it. But after I got to the other side, I kept trying to have Heather come through. And then after like a dozen tries, she goes, wait, there's a button down underneath. We should just go underneath. The whole craziness was just to get that fucking star thing. You go down to the bottom and jump across, and the button just makes a bridge. And you just fucking walk across. So we were like wasting our time. Right. And she saw that. So like, even if it's not just like actual co-oping, it's like some person, one of us will like see something that's different. But yeah, Unraveled 2 is fun, and it's not like I don't know if it's a sequel. I think it's just a play on words because it's your two characters, but it's kind of neat because it's got like this silent story in the background of these kids that are like running away from some bad people or something.
You should try It Takes Two.
Yeah,
you could probably play that on the PS5.
I have it on PC, but we haven't tried it yet.
It Takes Two was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, Sal, what do we got in the news?
Let's see. We got Huey Lewis in the news. There's a Nintendo Switch emulator. So I think you know how
that
they're
can't be legal.
Well, here's the thing. Nintendo is releasing like Game Boy and all the older console stuff on their Switch.
Yeah.
And they're basically ripoffs of other people's emulators. They're fucking using.
Yeah, I get that.
To run their games. And
I don't
the
think
games
Nintendo's
don't run
ever been
well,
cool with emulating shit.
Unless they're stealing it from somebody else, right? Like their N64 emulator that they got on the console right now is a ripoff of somebody else's emulation. And it fucking runs like hot shit, dude. I was trying to play it and I was like, oh, this is unplayable. It's horrible frame rate. My phone can run the N64 emulator better than.
Apparently, you taste good.
Yeah, I'm salty.
Just licking your entire arm. For those of you not watching on YouTube, watch on YouTube and you'll understand what we're talking about.
There's a hookah on me. But yeah, the Nintendo Game Boy emulator for Switch Online just leaked.
Oh, Game Boy is. You said when you started, you said there's a Switch emulator, and I thought someone was emulating the Switch.
But no, Switch, they're adding all
Game Boy,
these old consoles and stuff.
Yes.
And they're using emulation to get the games playing on their shit. And it's like, dude, you're running it on like a maybe 2017 phone. It's basically what the Switch is, right?
Yeah, it is.
And with poor fucking emulation on it too, is like horrible. The emulation is not good, dude. Like the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo stuff is fine.
Yeah, and that's the only stuff I played and I liked it, but that's probably why, because
but the Game Boy stuff should work fine, dude. It's just their N64 stuff and maybe the Wii stuff they're gonna be releasing later that they're probably gonna run like shit. Just because it's a glorified phone, dude. It's the Switch is. I'm surprised it even runs emulation, right? All of the games that they add on it, they have to downgrade them severely to be able to run on there. I'm surprised Breath of the Wild looks so good and runs kind of well, right? Sometimes you get 25 frames in certain areas, but overall,
for the most part, though, it's
30. Yeah,
and looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's why Genshin is a game that would run on there fine, but for some fucking reason, N64 doesn't run all that well. Fuck they're doing, but yeah, my phone has better emulator than their emulator.
Yeah, because it's like an old phone now.
Dude, I wanted to play Mario, Super Mario Brothers on that shit, and it run like hot shit, dude. It was so bad.
I had an emulator like 10 years ago that I was playing on in classes in college when I didn't want to pay attention. Yeah, it was great. Dude. It was great.
It's I hope they release a Castlevania bundle, dude, where it has all the GBA games and the old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and some of the ones that were on the DS. I hope they release a bundle on the Nintendo. I would love to play all those games again.
Yeah, you're obsessed with Castlevania.
It's my jam.
It is.
I know you don't like Castlevania,
Suki,
but dude,
down.
why are you objecting so?
She really doesn't like Castlevania.
No.
She's like, she wants to play Wii tennis.
She doesn't like Konami. We've established this. Like fuck Konami and their bullshit.
That's now strengthened gaming canon. Suki hates Konami.
Yeah, she fucking hates Konami. Like EA is a second, but she really hates Konami. So new emulation for the Switch, which is good. I would love to have all of their old stuff on there, especially like the Game Boy stuff and the DS, the old DS games. I would love to have them on there. Then it'd be kind of worth it, right? There's like literally, I only play the emulation stuff on there, like the SNES and NES stuff. Even though I have other games for it, that's all I play is all the old retro stuff.
Yeah, gotta get that nostalgia fix.
Very. Yeah.
In other news, 7 Days to Die is coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, okay, Game Pass. So it's gonna be free. Well,
yeah, it's gonna be free, but like. They had it on PlayStation eons ago when Telltale ported it, and then Telltale died, and all of the support for it went out the window.
What support, dude? It ran like horseshit on the.
No,
PS4.
it did. That's what I'm saying. Like they said, you know, like they were gonna fix stuff with patches, and they just stopped patching it on PlayStation, and that was it. And it was already hot garbage. The PlayStation version was really bad. I'm hoping that, I mean, I feel like this is going to be terrible, but I'm hoping that because it's more like a computer nowadays, that maybe they can release a very similar, game without having to. Plus, if they release it now, it's probably going to be one of the newer versions.
Yeah,
right?
It's going to be the current version probably, because the new consoles can handle it, right? They can do RTX.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the PlayStation could barely handle that unoptimized brick of garbage.
And then the menu system on that was so bad.
I think that was PS3, or was it 4? I don't remember now.
I think it was 4. Time. We played it on 4 when we were playing it.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully
good for them.
Like hopefully they'll actually support it. That's my biggest worry. Not that I care, because I'm not going to play it on the Xbox anyway. I'd play it on my computer. But for those that maybe trying to get other people into the game on Xbox, hopefully they actually support it and give it releases and don't just let it
here's going to be the main question though is with Game Pass you get the PC and the console version, right? So are they going to be able to play together? Or are the PC and the console going to be separate from each other?
And will the Game Pass PC people be able to play with Steam PC people?
Oh yeah, that's another thing too, right? Because like that physically they should be able to, but there'd probably be like a Microsoft be like, no.
Well,
I think it'll depend on how the game run via Game Pass launcher, how it communicates with the 7 days servers and vice versa.
Well, here's the thing: you can already link Game Pass to your Steam, so that's probably not going to be an issue, right? With them allowing it.
Okay,
it's going to probably be up to the people from 7 days to decide if they're going to flip the switch or not.
Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't seen. I started playing the game. I don't know, like 12 years ago now. I don't know how old that game is. It's old out at this point,
dude. It was still in alpha though.
It still is an alpha.
Well, like
it's on alpha 20
decades
something.
20.
It's on alpha 20.4.
Started on Windows 3.0.
Yeah. So you're just gonna drink straight out of it. That works. I gave Sal some whiskey before.
Gotta take my medicine.
Drinking it straight out of the vial. But yeah, that's my main concern. But we'll see. I don't know who of us will see, because I don't use Game Pass.
I have Game Pass. I'll give it a try and see.
Yeah, if you have it, then I could just see if it's supported or not.
I got the hookup on the Ultimate.
Fucking with the Ultimate.
So I'll give it a try. I'm always up to playing it again. And then Meta had a thing.
A thing?
They had they were showing off some game trailers and the future of Meta.
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
Can you hear me? So they were showing off Meta and then some of the new future games to come out. Mind you, most of these games are going to be cross-platform, so you could be able to play them on the Quest and PC VR, so on Steam, or nice. I think Steam is the only one that offers VR right now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's either them or Facebook, which kind of sucks, right? Everybody else just start offering the VR stuff.
Yeah,
you think Epic would kind of dip their toes in that? They're giving everybody money. They might as well start doing VR as well. They showed off Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2.
Oh, nice.
Which is I fucking love that game, dude. I have so many hours on that game just running around.
Play it.
Stabbing
Heather
shit.
tried it and she just kept getting sick every few minutes, so she stopped playing.
Yeah. If you don't have your sea legs when you're playing VR, then it'll make you sick.
Some games are worse than others too. Like I haven't tried it again since they did the rework recently, but Phasmophobia was like rough in VR, and it wasn't like, it was a little bit scarier, right? Like being a little bit more immersed in the game, but like moving around, even just like turning my character to like move forward, like it had me like wanting to pass out and throw up. And like I normally am fine. Like I've for my job, I have been on submarines in sea and been fine.
You've been a seaman then, huh?
Yes.
So you have to have a high refresh rate for first person shooters and stuff like that. Like I think they're barely pushing 90, and a lot of the other developers haven't enabled 120 yet, which it could do 120 hertz. It'll just drain your battery like almost instantly.
Yeah, the battery is a little.
If you're doing that the cable link, you can set it to 120 hertz, and that's fine if you're running it off of the apps like Steam or the desktop app for the Quest. But if you're just using the headset, they don't have that most of the time enabled, so you get really shitty frame rate, and that'll make you seasick, and you used to get screen tearing and jump.
And that's also like it's not playable even if it's not making you sick, if it's just tearing and jumping.
Yeah, so if you're having problems with kind of seasickness and wobbly knees, you should probably just do the sitting
wobbly knees.
Change your parameters to just be sitting and just sit down. It makes it a lot easier, at least until you get used to it. But I fucking love the trailer. Look good. They're adding a new faction and new shit to New Orleans, to Nolans. So hopefully it comes out this year. There's just a trailer that they showed, and then they showed. This is for all like the people who love football and doing the fantasy football stuff. It's called Pro Era NFL. So you're gonna be playing VR football. You're the quarterback, and you got to toss it to. I don't know if it's gonna be multiplayer. If that's multiplayer, that's gonna be awesome, right? You get to play with other people in first person in there, like the tight end or the running back or the wide receiver, or even the lineman. That'd be yeah. I always do though. You have to. It's the law of the West. But if it's only single player, I mean that's cool and all. It looked like it'd be like you're definitely gonna get seasickness from this one if you're not used to it, just because of all the quick head movements.
Oh yeah, because you got to look around everywhere.
Yeah, you got to look around to make sure you're not gonna get tackled. See who's open and yeah. But that's fun if you're like a John Madden or like a football buff, and you also do VR. You can be a quarterback. Finally, you can stop being an armchair quarterback and then actually.
So it's like quarterback simulator.
Yeah, well, a lot of these people that watch the football games are like, "Oh, you should have thrown it to so and so."
Yeah, right.
That was me. I would have thrown it over there. Well, now you got your opportunity, dude. If you suck on this game, that means you need to shut up when you're watching football games.
It doesn't.
I don't think they will, though.
No. No, they won't.
Oh, come on. He was wide open. I would have thrown it to that guy. I'm like, okay. Sure. So, and they also showed off Among Us VR.
Among Us.
Why are you guys barking at me? No.
Don't be suspicious.
So, Among Us VR. It's a little late for Among Us. It's kind of like dying down now.
The boom is kind of over at this point. Like most people are over Among Us, and I still haven't even played it.
It's fun. Among Us is fun.
I know. Now's the time for me to play it because everybody stopped playing it. That's usually
you got to play it when nobody's playing it. That's the way it works. But
I would say it'd be fun for us to play it, but Kat refuses.
I think Among Us VR would be a lot more terrifying, right? Because with the game, you can see it all around you, and if somebody's gonna kill you, you're gonna see it. You see it coming.
You see it coming.
And this one, you don't, because you're wherever you're looking. That's like, oh, how did I die? Who killed me?
Backstabbed or something. That would be ideal, right? To get gank people when they're not looking.
Yeah, because then you really won't know who killed you, right? You're dead, and then whoever that was that killed you, they've already.
It'd probably make it harder too to like have everybody on like a Discord call and like being able to be like, it was this person that killed me. That's
There's no in-game chat in that, right? You have to use Discord or.
No, there is in-game chat.
There's proximity chat.
It's proximity. Okay, so
and when you hit the button.
And they have text chat too.
Yeah, and text chat. And when you hit the button, everybody is in the lobby talking to each other. Yeah, it was so and so. I saw him doing it.
Yeah,
the dead people can't talk to the living people.
Yeah, they're gonna talk to each other
in the proximity chat. But I mean, if you're on Discord, then
then you're cheating.
Yeah,
you're cheaters.
Honor system there, I guess.
But it looked like it could be fun, right?
Yeah, I could see it being fun.
I'd give it a go.
Give it the old college try.
Yeah.
Give it the old reach around. They showed Espire, which is like a FPS competitive type game. It's an FPF competitive type game. Tons of those.
FPF.
I think the best one on VR is Player One. Not Player One. I think it's called Player One. Population One. It's a battle royale game, kind of like Fortnite that everybody plays. I tried playing it and I was like, oh man, you guys are too hopped up on sugar. I can't fucking handle this.
Yeah, that's the problem with all
Jesus
those
Christ.
games. You have 12-year-olds, drinking
like,
Red Bulls.
Fucking Ben, they're literally slowing time because they're so hopped up on sugar. Like that Futurama episode where Fry drinks like 100 cups of coffee and he goes light speed. Yeah. That's what they're all fucking hopped up on sugar and Ritalin. You can't play them, dude. This sucks.
Are you saying that's a young man's game?
That's a very young man's game, dude. It's like, you know how your sense is dull, dude. That you gotta be like, I don't know, fly sense. You know what? Flies can feel you coming like a mile away. Then they showed off Red Matter 2. If you haven't played Red Matter 1 and you have VR, you should get the fucking game, dude. It's an amazing narrative-driven. Yeah, it's an amazing narrative-driven game. They're releasing Red Matter 2. And Prem might like it if he has. I think he got a VR headset now, right?
Does he?
Because it deals with the Ruskies and stuff.
Okay.
I haven't heard him talk as much lately. But
yeah, Red Matter 2. They showed a trailer and it's just an announcement trailer. But
so is
the
Red
graphics
Matter, are they? They're both VR games.
Yeah, they're both. These are all VR games that they showed off for the Quest.
They didn't show regular games off for the Quest.
Well, no, you can still play regular games. Like sometimes I'll play. I want to be on my computer. I'll just do big picture and play games.
Oh, like virtually playing game inside of a.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting in a theater watching a big screen. Yeah. So sometimes I'll do that. But Red Matter 2, keep your eyes out for that.
You're gonna be in the Oasis when it fully comes out, right?
As soon as I get my chance to upload my consciousness, I'm gonna flip you guys off and I'm
gonna expect you to still show up to the show virtually. You'll be like what's his name? God damn it. From MTV. Not MTV. Yeah.
Max Headroom?
Headspace. Mac yeah, Headroom Max.
We're like, hi.
Yeah. I don't even think somebody knows who that is. That's before.
Oh man. I feel so old, dude. My balls just dropped another inch. And they showed off Moss book 2. If you haven't, so the Moss game is awesome. Yeah.
And that's another
like really cool
adventure story driven.
You're a deity helping out this little mouse run an adventure.
Little adventure mouse.
Yeah, it's really cute. They had when they showed it off, they had the little mouse talking to the host. It was kind of weird, but the little mouse.
It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird
because the mouse was using sign language. That's how he talks to you. He uses sign language is when he wants you to do something.
Like actual sign language,
or like actual sign language. Yeah.
Is it ASL though, or is it something else? Like
it's American Sign Language.
Okay, so
yeah, it I guess they gave you a tutorial on what certain things mean, but
that's
I wonder if
they because then you might learn a little bit.
Here's the thing though, American Sign Language is very racist.
Well,
there's certain things you can't say because it. Yeah,
yeah,
you get canceled immediately. So. But the game's really cute. She's trying to get me to throw the ball, so she's kissing ass.
Yeah. She's like, I'll lick you forever. Just throw the ball.
Chupi does the same thing. A bunch of kiss asses. I won't be won over. Mind you, I took them down. They went pee, and then I gave them some begging strips. They got their fix. It's just the once more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Moss book 2. It's gonna be
what's that board game that we played? That's what reminds me of the one you painted all the figurines for. We should play that again. We need to play more board games actually.
What the name of it?
Mouse
Hunt.
Mouse. No,
no.
That's funny. That's from your child. That's from our childhood. It's in the cabinet, but I'm not gonna go look for it. Mouse. It's some mouse adventure. It's like an RPG board game.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Sal, I got this finally. Let me grab it.
Now that he's gone, man, fuck that guy, right?
I know.
See if I have to turn this off. Yeah, I do, because fuck you. That's why. Let's see real quick.
You could have a cool floating mic like
virtual background. And then there we go. My dirty ass background.
Ooh, I like that.
Wonderland Wars. This thing is fucking huge.
I love Alice in Wonderland. That looks awesome.
So this is a Kickstarter that I kickstarted like fucking forever ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was like at the beginning of COVID, dude.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. 3 years ago, 10 years ago. God, COVID started like it's been forever. But it has figurines in them, so
oh fuck,
if you're interested in painting
those,
or maybe we could paint them together. I don't know.
Lock eyes.
Yeah, have a date night.
Do some ghost shit, like I'm hugging them from behind.
Yeah, you gotta get.
You could do paint and sip. You paint the figurines and drink your whiskey or something.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But no, yeah, I got that recently. Wonderland Wars or Wonderland's War. Ugh. I reversed it.
Can be the Jabberwocky.
I think so. I think there's Jabberwocky.
But the Bandersnatch.
Yeah, I love Alice in Wonderland, and that's why I backed it. But it kind of reminds me of like.
That's a good thing about backing board games, right? Because you're guaranteed to get a product. Whereas if you back a video,
if they go through with it, sure. If they don't screw anybody over, but yeah,
exactly.
No,
it's established with when you purchase, you're purchasing a product. Whereas
it's true. And I did
video
like
games,
the top one, so because you can get it without it's like the deluxe one, you can get it without figurines. But I was like, no, I want to get it with figurines.
Yeah, the board game ones, you're buying a product, you're backing the product. Whereas the video game ones, you're donating money for them to potentially put something out, where the board game ones is a kind of a guarantee.
Yeah, I guess so.
But that's awesome. I want
that
look
is
at
cool.
the figurines.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Well, I mean, you were only here for a few minutes, but we'll have to hang out.
So they also showed off Beat Saber electronic mixtape. So it's going to be like EDM and techno type of music.
I love Beat Saber. I'll take more songs.
Beat Saber is great, dude.
It's like so much fun.
I get a cardio workout every time.
Especially
because
workout.
It's like if you do it for like 15 minutes, it's like nothing. But
you
don't do Beat Saber 15 minutes. It's like an hour and a half later, and like fuck, I need to drink water because you're not you get obsessively like playing it, because that's what happens because they're just like, I have to beat this one on whatever the higher level was or whatever, and it's good. I need to get back into that because
I got some wrist weights, for like when you're walking or jogging, and it works really great with Beat Saber because you're working out your arms a lot more.
Yeah. And
then I'm like gasping for air afterwards.
Well, you're missing a lung now, I think.
But they released a techno one. It has like Skrillex and
does it have Burn Dem?
Tiesto? No, it doesn't. It has a little bit more of their obscure stuff. It doesn't have some of their more well-known
that makes sense, I guess. Maybe they'll release those later.
I guess because it's a cheaper purchase, right? You can copyright it for a lot less because it's not a well-known song. Well, like most of their songs, right? A lot of their songs are like, he did this song or they did this song. And then they showed off Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries, which at the time it was released the same day that the show was going on. So it was in the old Resident Evil game, it came with Mercenaries, so you can play as like Honk, Tofu, Ada Wong, and do these little quick missions for like points, which is what they have now in Resident Evil 8. Some of those challenge points where you try to kill like certain amount of zombies by a certain amount of time, get a certain amount of points, and then it unlocks more guns and shit like that. So they released that for Resident Evil 4. It was fun. I mean, it's a little harder with VR, because of how quickly shit attacks you in that. But it's fun if you wanna. If you don't get seasickness, right? It's a good time.
Yeah.
And then they showed off Ruins Magus. It's a weeb game, so it spoke to me. It spoke to my heart, my soul. It's a JRPG.
It's weeb as fuck. Yeah, it's a
JRPG.
When I watched the trailer, that's what I felt. I was like, ooh, I don't know. I feel like I'm inside of a JRPG now.
Yeah, that's
nice.
I've been waiting for Japan's been lagging it with the VR shit, dude. Like they have a lot of hentai games, and I'm like, I don't really want to.
That's like a one and done, right? Like, why would you like? There's no replay value.
That's a young man's game, right?
That's a young man.
You're young, dumb, full of cum. But for somebody who's an older, seasoned weeb, I want like an actual JRPG. Like,
exactly.
Sword Art Online or something like that, right? So this kind of looks like it would be something similar. It's probably going to be a single player game. I don't know if it's going to be multiplayer. If it is multiplayer, that'll be kind of cool, right? I want something where it's like a weeb setting, futuristic fantasy, cutie moe characters, and gotta have the boobas.
Maybe a gothic Lolita.
Gothic Lolita, yeah. That's what I would choose. Rory Mercury from Gate. But it looks fun. It's a weeb game. So if you like JRPGs, this is right up your alley if you're a VR streamer or a VR player. And then they showed off Bone Labs, which is Boneworks. Boneworks has been a physics-based kind of like sandbox that's been out in Steam for like forever. It has like little missions and
this shows is like off the extended version.
This is actually the new one. This is Boneworks 2, pretty much. It's called Bone Lab, and it looks like it's gonna have a lot more. Well, the other one was kind of like free play. You kind of do whatever you want. They offer you these tools.
This has like actual games.
Yeah, this has like actual games and portals in different sections to do different physics-based stuff.
Yeah, I liked the dungeon looking stuff with the skeletons and things. But like I'm a sucker for that kind of shit, Dark Souls VR type shit, because I really liked Hellsplit. And those games just have really good, like, I like the physics. So that looks fun. I want to try that out.
Yeah, Bone Lab's coming out soon. I think that one's cross-platform as well. It's not an exclusive game. Let's see what else they showed. Oh, they showed off, for the final thing that they showed off was Ghostbusters VR. Yeah. And as soon as I heard the song, dude, I lost my shit. I was like, holy fuck. Yes. Ghostbusters.
When I recently watched Afterlife, finally, after it's been out for a year or two.
It was good, right?
It was really good, but it was what's the word? It was fan service. It was a fan service movie, and I loved it for what it was, and it's what it was. It was amazing. This game looks fun. And there's some fan service going on, but I am worried that it might be, I don't know, not as unique as it could be with all the way things are being made these days. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like it's going to be kind of like a Phasmo type game, right? Where you have to find the ghost and.
Well, but it looks like you have the
tricorder. So you can track them. Tricorder. No, what's it called? I
think it's
the PK1.
PK1, yeah, there you go. And the proton packs, and the ghost looks like it was flying around trying to get him and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks fun. Hopefully it's done well.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot that they can fall back on to,
and it looked like 4-player co-op.
Yeah, to make the game good, right? They have so much lore and pedigree and stories that they can go back to and kind of rehash. So hopefully it doesn't suck. But yeah Ghostbusters, dude, they super nostalgia. I was like, oh, I finally get to be a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, right.
Fuck up down. Slimer.
When that shit comes out, we'll have to live stream that. That'll be fun.
Dude, I'm gonna be woo woo all up in that. And then they showed off Diablo Immortal, and now it's coming out on PC. So,
well, but it's not VR though.
No, this isn't VR. This is the VR stuff is done.
Shifting.
We're shifting gears.
Shifting gears. They had to release it on PC because nobody has phones.
Yeah, apparently, right? It's like, wait. I got a phone just so I could play.
You guys have phones?
So apparently you don't need a phone to play Diablo Immortal, dude. It's coming out to PC in June, June 2nd. It's coming out soon.
I don't even know.
Which is
isn't that the game that's just a copy of some other game?
Yeah, I forgot the name of the company.
It's a ripoff
but all
of
of their
Chinese game, right?
Well, it's just a reskin of their game with Diablo on top of it. We don't know how the monetization is going to be on this yet.
I'm sure it'll be terrible.
If you're going by what the company that's putting it out, their monetization is basically, pretty much what everybody does is sell loot boxes and shit like that, and it's pay to win where you pay money and you can advance quicker and XP boosts and all other bullshit.
Which is like,
but so the people who played it on mobile, they were using BlueStacks when they were offering the certain streamers the chance to play it. They say it's not bad. It's just a Diablo game. Yeah. But they didn't have the monetization or anything else enabled, right? So June 2nd, we'll see if it's going to be free. So at least you don't have to pay for it. If it sucks, you can just drop it. You can give it a try. It's going to be free. So June 2nd, give it a try. I'm going to try it. I mean, I'm a Diablo mark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am too, but
hopefully they don't have horrendous loot boxes, dude. I have the worst luck when it comes to anything like that, so I probably won't get anything and then I'll quit, like with Genshin.
Yeah, because you need to pay to actually get good stuff.
Yeah, Genshin. Why you hurt me?
Genshin Impact.
Yeah, never got anything good off of that. The grind for months and months, and when new banners come out, I never get anything. PlayStation is finally gonna release variable refresh rate. So the way the PlayStation works now is you either have a 4K monitor or you have a regular TV with 1080p. It doesn't do 2K or 1440p.
Oh, so it's something in between now?
Yeah, it's like all or none.
Yeah, it's either you have a 4K TV or you don't.
We have all, so.
Yeah, no, I bought a 2K monitor because you get better refresh rates on 2K than you do on.
Yeah,
on
well,
4K.
like this monitor is a 4K monitor, but I have it set to 2K because nothing is compatible with fucking 4K. Like,
yeah, and if you want something that runs very well, better than 30 frames at 4K, you have to.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like you can't play FPS games.
$1,000.
I switched this, and I'm running a 2070 RTX 2070 Super, which is not a terrible card. It's decent. Like I can run games like Hunt Max, but I can't run them on 4K Max. It just like drops down to like 28, 30. I was like, what the fuck is this crap? So I can't,
so
like
30 frames is like standard.
Eve doesn't have 4K support either. You have to actually scale the UI 150%. And that starts to look silly and kind of blurry and shitty in some places. But the worst part about it is the fucking mouse cursor stays the same goddamn size. So,
it's like a little. Is that an asteroid?
What the fuck is that? Is that a star? Where's my goddamn
pixel?
It's like this big.
Yeah,
it's so dumb.
So I got the monitor betting on that PlayStation would eventually release, because they said eventually we'll get to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, it'll probably be 5 years down the line, but no, it's coming out soon.
That's good. That's good.
So
it's good to have
all
support
all you 2K monitor people, you'll be able to use your PlayStation 5 on it, because if you did use it on it, it'd be 1080p. You wouldn't be able to go to 4K or anything higher. I've
mostly been using my PS5 on my 4K TV.
Yeah,
hooked it up.
we have
the only time.
but...
Yeah, the only time I've hooked it up to the computer, I had to use capture card for it because I was going to stream, and I don't have a 4K capture card, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I was going to be in.
I didn't think about that.
I was going to be in standard HD.
It seems kind of silly to be playing in 4K and not be able to stream it in 4K.
Yeah. So for me, it was whatever. Plus, you can't stream on Twitch in 4K anyways. So. You can't really stream in 1080p either, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Neither here nor there.
It's 1080p 720. But yeah, so we have it on our 4K projector, and it looks fucking amazing.
It's gorgeous. Like I've replayed God of War not that long ago. Oh my god, that game is.
I watched Heather play God of War in 4K. I watched her play Ghost of Tsushima. I watched her play. Just recently Forbidden West, and right now she's playing Dying Light, which obviously isn't a great graphical
one or two
expose. The first one, I think
that one's okay. They eventually fixed it. I played it when it was first out.
Well, I don't know if it's one or two actually. I have to ask.
Two was also
silver, it's deep silver,
something else.
Oh, okay. But anyways, the point is like it looks amazing. So I didn't realize I didn't know that was an issue, but that's good that they'll have that. And especially since, like I said, I don't even run anything. Like I have a 4K monitor in front of me, but I don't run it at 4K because another thing too, if you do manage to actually like play a game in 4K, like I tried playing Sekiro in 4K, and it looked a little bit better. Like there wasn't a huge difference. Like it was barely worth it. But the problem was every time I would open the game up in 4K on this monitor, everything on my other monitors would get fucked.
It starts flickering,
fly all over the place. Like I'd have my Gmail would go over here, and my Discord would go behind my game. Like it's a bad experience right now with 4K that I'm finding with multiple monitors, and just that nothing's compatible with it specifically. But anyways, that's good news for PS5. Is it it's just PS5 because that's the only actual 4K system, because the PS4 was 2K.
Well, the PS4 Pro
is 2K.
But yeah, that's all I have on news. You guys have anything?
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt came out of beta, I think it was this week, and it looks hella fun.
I would like to try. I really
it's free to play.
I love Vampire the Masquerade, like in general, like the whole like White Wolf.
Yeah, the theme and stuff like that. Yeah. It's free to play. Looks like a ton of fun. They're gonna have like a battle pass, season pass type deal with it for their monetization part, but looks pretty freaking cool. And then another game that I heard about this week is Marauders, and that game it doesn't have a release date yet, but if you go pre-order it on Steam, you will get access to the beta starting May 4th. And so Marauders is basically like Escape from Tarkov, but in space. And the weapons are based on like World War II era to, I think it was like the 80s or 90s era. Super realistic. Beautiful game, absolutely stunning, and it doesn't take an impressive machine to run it like Tarkov does. So it's not resource intensive, but still looks incredibly beautiful. The whole driving the spaceship thing kind of made me think of Eve a little bit, because you do fight other people with the spaceships too. You have nukes, you can launch a nuke at somebody.
Nuclear
in
launch
space.
detector.
Yeah.
Become a belter, yeah.
No. Sal, we're playing nuclear launch detected.
Oh my god, that shit sucks. It's like, where's fucking ghosts?
I would just drop like 4 nukes on everybody at once.
Yeah, it seems like so much fun. If you guys are interested in it, Grandfather Hermit on Twitch, we can link him in the video description for YouTube people. He's been playing it a lot, and usually he is hilarious, and he usually has one of the developers with him too. And he's been awesome in answering any question you want, and also taking ideas too. So if you see anything and it's like,
yes, and
maybe there's something that you wish that you could do, or there's a weapon that you want to see in there. And you can make Hermit drink wine. Yeah.
He's a wine drinking Italian, and he's awesome.
Does he definitely go people like this.
He does. Yeah, he does. He does do that. Hermit's awesome. Check him out anyways. He's a great guy. But if you are slightly interested in Marauders, he's been playing the hell out of it.
Okay, you have to check it out because that sounds interesting.
Make a clan called the Belters.
Beltaloda.
Yeah, if you're into first-person shooter and especially kind of like the Tarkov stuff, it doesn't seem
the in space gets me
in space. So like you have ships and stuff like that you can manage.
Heather's on the last book of the Expanse series, and we watched the entire series. I'm gonna read the books next. I'm just finishing up Brent Sanderson right now. Yeah, that sounds cool, actually.
Yeah, when she said Tarkov in space, I was like, okay, I mean.
That's like the quick description of it, right? It looks really cool. Right now it's like set to having 3 people in a team that you can play with, but I think they're considering having a 4th. I think that's been one of the feedback.
4-man teams is probably like a really good place to be at.
That's one of the things that's so. I mean, I'm not going to go on a tirade about Hunter or anything, but I'm playing with Sal and Eddie, and Heather also really likes to play. I wish we could do 4. You know what I mean? Like, but this could be a game that maybe we could do 4, and if they decide to do that.
Yeah, if they do decide to.
4-man
I think
King
they
of
should.
The Hill
Yeah.
On Hunt would be amazing.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, where you control just an area, right? Like the mansion or something.
Getting crazy. You're going different game modes, Sal. Calm down. They got to fix bugs first. But anyway,
they could just call them features and leave them in while they are leaving them.
I used that joke at work the other day when they were talking about bugs. I said they're not bugs, they're features. Some of the other programmers laugh.
Yeah, go check out Marauders. You can get the beta in a few days. Actually, you pre-order. I think you have to submit the pre-order through their website. So if you just Google Marauders game, I'm sure you can find it.
Nice. I think that about wraps it up, everybody. Thank y'all for listening. If you want to give us feedback, I know there's a little thing at the end of the show, info@strcast.com, but also just Google Strength in Gaming. Go to our website, strengthingaming.com.
Sam also wants feet pics.
No.
The more hobbity, the better.
I have hobbity feet. I don't need more feet pics. No, I need. God, dude, that's something that the Dark Souls community is obsessed with. By the way, they all have a foot fetish. I just want to point that out. I'm in a lot of like Dark Souls groups, and now they're all like Elden Ring groups. But what the first thing when a new Souls game comes out, they want to see everybody's feet. It's weird. It is honestly. Okay, it's me. I'm just kidding.
It's just sad.
No, it is weird
minority.
though. Like it's like the first thing that happens. Like the what's it called? Rule 34. All of a sudden, there's foot fetish pictures of like what's her name, Rainey, the witch with four arms or whatever in Elden Ring. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. And this is your fault, Sal, for saying that. Show feet. Gonna get banned on our channels on Twitch.
Speaking of feet, did you notice? I know you haven't played DVD in a long time, but have you noticed that all the female killers aren't wearing shoes?
That's true.
They're all barefoot.
Hunty's barefoot.
They're all barefoot. All the women killers are barefoot.
Be pregnant. Boom.
Well, Hunty's story that would fit, but she's not. But she wants kids, right? She wants to keep them. But yeah, that's weird. But that I mean, for some of them, they were already like that, right? Like the spirit, like that character.
Spirit nurse.
Dude, a murderous chick.
Why is the nurse not? Why is the nurse not? Well, the nurse doesn't walk; she floats.
She floats, but she's still doesn't have shoes.
It's because it's at the end of the night.
That's something we're gonna leave.
hard time of partying, dude. That's how all the women end up, right?
Oh well, they're
partying too hard, and then they're holding their heels in their hands.
Yeah, I guess.
Plus a knife.
The nurse should be wearing nurse shoes.
But she's not.
Yeah. Or Crocs at least, right?
Crocs.
That's what all nurses wear now. Crocs. They don't wear those nurse shoes anymore. They wear Crocs.
Oh no, I think I don't think nurses from that era wore comfortable shoes though.
Probably
that's true. They still have those
It was still very but anyways, thank you all for listening. This has been fun talking about the news and stuff we're playing, and we'll see you next time. And hopefully we're going to come up with some more I think we're going to try to do some more like games together and streams together, especially with all these games that have come out in VR. We all have this, that we don't have excuses. We have to set this
we
up.
all have an Oculus now.
We all have an Oculus.
And so we can all sit down if we have to.
And we can
get seasick.
We can all sit down if we have to. And we can all be barefoot if we want to.
I'm always barefoot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing flip-flops.
It's the Indio in me.
Alrighty. Good night, you motherfucking nerds. Both of you guys are just like...
Thank you so much to all the nerds that listened. You can find us at strengthengaming.com or email us at info@strcast.com.
Check, mic check. This is Samson's mic check. Subly.
Mic check. Subly mic check.
Cat.
Mic check. This is Cat. Mic check.
All right.
10